Firstly, we draw a rectangle or draw a line. Right click. Now, when we draw those lines, there are many points, right? And use the tool on the right toolbar. Click the screen point. Move the mouse to the point. Press the left button of the mouse and relieve. Now, an offset point is made. Now we can input the data. 2, 2. Here we can see we enter the distance of vertical or horizontal 2 and 2. The right point is here. If we change the vertical to the negative 2, as you can see, the right point position is changed. Right click. So what's the difference of the data, negative or positive? Let's make a reference line here. Put the smart pen on the point and click A on the keyboard. Here as you can see, here is the right line here. And if we make an offset point, put the smart pen on here and drag the left button and relieve. Now, as you can see 3, now it's on this position, and right click. Now we make another point of the offset point. Here, as you can see, the horizontal is negative, right? And the vertical is positive. If I make a point here, the horizontal and the vertical data are all negative. So the reference point, those points to the reference point's position is very important. Actually, if this point is a reference point, so as this point is a quadrant, this is the first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. You can use this tool to make an offset point, and also you can back to the design mode to make an offset point. Let's talk about the outline point. If you want to make an outline point, click this tool, outline point. Click on the point here and click on the point here, and move the mouse. Click the left button. An outline point is made, and right click. You can also click the line and move the mouse. Click the left button. Now, outline point is also made, and right click. Offset point, press and relieve. Outline point, move and click, and right click. Or click on the line, left button, and move the mouse and click the left button, and right click. Let's learn about another tool. Select a point, outside the line, and select the straight line. And you can see, you made this line vertical to this line. We try again. Click the point, click the line. Whether you click here or here, it will automatic vertical. Click the point, click the line. There's no line here. You can make an extension line. Try it again. Click on the point, click on the line. Now it's vertical. Click the get a point on the curve or line. You can see here is a reference point or it's a curve. Click the left button. Here you can take a point on the line. Actually, if you want to pick a point on the line, in the design mode, you can pick a point on the line. You don't need to click this tool and click it again. Why have this icon? Because there are more options for you to operate the tool. So this is why the icon here. You can do it without this tool icon. Right click. Back to the design mode. Let's learn about next. A cross point. If we make a cross line, as you can see, this is two lines crossed. If you put the smart pen here, you cannot identify a point. Here, the red point is the media point of this line. If you click it, stop the button. In the right point, as you can see, there's scar by scar. If I make a line here, there's no point right. But if you want to make a cross point here, you can use this tool. Cross point, click the line in sequence. Click the left button and click the left button. Now a cross point is made. If you back to the design mode, put the smart pen here, you can see a line automatically generated because a smart pen becomes an arrow behind a point. If you pick a reference here, it's very convenient. By near, you can see here have a reference point here, right? If you click a reference point here, if you take this cross point as a reference point, it's no cross point. By near, you can see there's no cross point. You have to make it yourself using this tool, or we can also use the smart pen to generate a cross point. Select the two line and right click and choose the cross point and now a cross point is made. And let's continue the next tool, divided. Click this tool icon. Now the icon is orange. If you want divided the line here to here, this line, if you want divided this line 6 parts, click you enter the number here and click the start point and click the end point. Now this line is divided 6 parts. If you want to divide it here to here 12 parts, enter the data here and click the start point and click end point. Now as you can see, this part here is divided to 12 parts. If you want to divide it, the curved line from here to 12 parts, click the start point and click the line and click the end point. Now this curve is divided to 12 parts. Well, if you want to divide it, the straight line and the curved line, the difference that is, if you want to divide it, the straight line, click the start point and click the end point. Now the line is divided to 12 parts. If you want to divide the curve, click the start point, click the line, and click the end point. Now the curve is divided to 12 parts. If you want to divide the curve to 12 parts, but you didn't click the line, well, you can see if you click the start point and click the commitment, well, 12 whatever. If you do not click the line on the curve, you can see click the start point, click the end point. You can see the curve not be divided 16 parts, but the straight line divided to the 16 parts because 2 points determine one line. So this is why when you divided the curved line, you have to click the line, click the point, and click the line, and click the point again. Let's continue the next tool. Symmetry point. If we want to click the icon here. If we want to make a symmetry point, first select the center point, click the center point, and click the line. Now you can see here we enter the data here. A blue line is automatically generated symmetry. This is how this symmetry point works. Right click. Now it's finished, and you can connect the line here. If you added the point here, say it again, 1 centimeters or 4 centimeters. Sorry, 6. But you can see it will change according to this point. So this is how the symmetry tool works. Let's do it again. Firstly, you need a point here. Click the symmetry point tool. And click the point here with left button. And click left button on the line. Now a symmetry point is made. You can enter the data and right click. Back to the design mode. If we connect those points, you can see if you change the data here also automatically change it. Right click. Back to the design mode. So let's continue our next tool. Click this icon and click the left button on the blank arrow and move the mouse and click the left button. And now a circle is made. You can enter the data here and right click. This is the circle operation. If you want to draw an ellipse, click the shape, click the icon here, circle, and click the shape and click the left button. As you can see, you can change the shape of the ellipse. And here, this is a vertical radius. As you can see, here the horizontal vertical radius. This is a vertical radius. When you finish, click OK. Now you can see you can generate a pattern correctly. Well, let's talk about another tool, Success tool. The Success tool have 2 functions. The first is single compass, and the second is double compass. The single compass, that is, click the point and click the line. As you can see, the distance is here to here. Now this is the single compass tool. If you do not use this tool, click here and click the left button here and right click. As you can see, the reference point is different. If you do not use the tool, single compass tool, click the tool, Success, click the point left button and click the line left button. Now this is a single compass. And right click. You can also, in the design mode, to use the tool, click the point here with left button, put the smart pen here with right button. As you can see, actually it's the same tool, but they have different option steps. In the design mode, you can click the left button and click the right button. But if you're using this tool, click the left button and click the left button. Pick the line with left button, left using this tool. If you're using this one in the design mode, left, right, and right click to finish. This is the single compass tool. Let's talk about the double compass tool. Just click the left button and click the left button and move the mouse. Now the distance horizontal is purple point to the right point, while the vertical is red point to the yellow point. Well, if you're using this tool, click the thickness tool, click the left button and move the mouse and click the left button and enter the data and right click. If you're using this tool in the design mode, click the left button, click the right button on the point and move the mouse, click the left button and right click. Enter the data and right click. The same tool in the design mode and the thickness tool, the operation is different. So you have to remember that left and right button different. Click the left button and select a line. Click the left button on the line. Move the mouse. As you can see, the line is automatically vertical. Here you can enter the distance here and click the left button and right click. Now a vertical line is made using the tool or perpendicular tool. Using the tool or perpendicular, let me try again. If you want to make a vertical line, just click the left button on the line. And here you can change the reference point. You can change the reference point by the button here. You can by another or by near or by scar. If you change this point as reference, you can click by another. You can see the reference distance, the reference point of the distance is changed. Here you can enter the distance. After you finished, and move the mouse and click the left button here or here to decide the direction of the perpendicular line. Click the left button. Here you can decide the length of the vertical line. After you finish, the right click. And this is the operation steps of the perpendicular tool. And then choose the protractor. The protractor to make angle. Click the center point and click the reference point and move the mouse. Click the left button. Here, as you can see, here to here is 25. And you can also change the distance of this angle. You can see. And you can also change the angle here. When you finished, right click the mouse. Try it again. Select this tool. Click the central point of the angle. Left button and click the reference point and move the mouse and click the left button. Enter the data. Actually, the purple point to the red point is equal to the purple point to the yellow point. If you want to change the length of this line, you can input the length correctly. Or if you want to change the angle here, just enter the data here. When you finished, right click. This is a tool or protractor.